Haha! Ungod! Have at ye! Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Just stop moving about. You're weaving around too much. Just stand still so I can hit you. Oh dear, this is proving to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And if that's something that you're looking for, more difficult combat, today's mod of the day just might be for you, because today we're showcasing PvP Combat Overhaul by Archimag. And basically, what this mod does is it overhauls the combat in Morrowind by making NPCs just behave a lot more like the player character, specifically by adding in dodging and parrying mechanics. So now, instead of just standing still and wailing on you, NPCs will constantly move about and weave around. Usually, trying to get, around to whatever side that you're not defending to pound you with attacks, which forces you to move around too. I mean, this is, kind of a really simple solution to the somewhat stagnant combat in the vanilla game. By making NPCs and some creatures actually, try and dodge your attacks, it forces them to move around a lot, and consequently forces you to move around a lot, making the combat much more kinetic and frantic than it was in the vanilla game, and making a lot of battles just a lot more difficult. And towards that end, this also makes it so that NPC attacks are more frequent. In the vanilla game, sometimes NPCs and creatures would have those, strange kind of pauses where they just stop attacking for a few seconds. Well, that is a thing of the past. This mod makes it so that they are constantly on the attack. And again, that just adds to the difficulty and really the exciting nature of this combat mod, because not only are they dodging and weaving around a lot, but they're also attacking you, just all the time. There is no, lull in the combat. And in addition to this, there's a new parrying mechanic that allows you or an NPC to block an attack. Basically, after the combat animation has started, but before it has landed, you can hit the NPC just at the right time to hit the weapon instead of the NPC, thereby blocking their attack, parrying the attack and momentarily stunning them. And they can do this to you too, so, if they hit you at just the right time, you can be parried and be momentarily stunned. And this just, either gives you a bit of an opening to, press your attack, or for them to press their attack against you. This really makes the combat just a lot more exciting, and just, FYI, that clashing metallic sound that you're hearing in the background, that's the sound of a successful parry. And just, going back to the dodging and weaving mechanics, it's worth noting that this also applies to projectile weapons. So, things like fireballs and bows and arrows. NPCs will try and dodge your attacks. So, if you cast a fireball at them, they'll try and dodge out of the way. And, ditto if you're, trying to, notch and loose an arrow. They will try and dodge your attack instead of just charging head-on like they did in the vanilla game. And again, this all just makes for a more exciting combat experience. It is like truly revolutionary just how much this massively improves the combat experience in Morrowind. I always used to think that the issue with Morrowind's combat is that, it didn't have proper animations, needed more animation support. But Archimag has managed to work around that limitation, making the combat feel just a lot more exciting by simply adding, dodging and weaving and parrying mechanics. Like, even if you just keep the game's base, hit chance, this combat feels just a lot more, action-packed, and also just a lot more difficult. Like, it is just a much more challenging fight with this mod enabled, and it's a lot more enjoyable too. Like, it's challenging in a good way. And just, you know, again, just as a note here, this mod does have a mod config menu, and in that menu, you can actually increase the base hit chance. So if you want a 100% hit chance for both you and NPCs, you can set that in the mod config. And also in addition to the challenge factor, you can also increase the power of NPC attacks, like the amount of damage that they do to you can be increased through the mod config. So if you want just an even more exciting and challenging fight, that is another option that you can enable here. And really, this is just, again, such a fantastic and amazing combat experience that I really think that it might be one of the best combat mods made for Morrowind. Especially if you combine it with some of the other combat mods by Archimag, like Ultra AI. Though it is worth noting that both PvP here and Ultra AI are actually modular components of Archimag's far larger gameplay mod, 4NM Gameplay Overhaul, which is just a truly, utterly massive mod that basically overhauls and transforms every gameplay aspect of Morrowind. If you want the whole gigantic package, you should, definitely check that out. But if you want the more modular components, PvP and Ultra AI are fantastic mods just in their own right.
I have the upper hand.
But anyway, that's our mod of the day. So, as always, I've been your host, Dark Elf Guy. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.
You'll be dead.
You're not even trying.